Shanti. Okay, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Now,
Morning, sir.
good morning. Good morning
Good
to all
morning,
of
sir.
you. Okay, so today we will learn first, that is, how can we import the data to the SPSS. Okay, you have the Excel sheet and you have to save the Excel sheet as the CSV format. Okay, is it clear or any question? If you have any question, please you tell me. Okay. I am showing you the data. One second, it takes time. I think this data is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here you will find some of the variables. These are self-awakening, emotional control, systematic, self-insulting less, fearless, cleanliness, no work-family conflict, Nishkam Karma principle, challenging, self-understanding, doubtful, free from fear of failure, and resolute. So these are the 14 values. These 14 values I have extracted from Rabindra Sangeet. These 14 values are path-oriented values, and there are some goal-oriented values like peace, universalization, enlightenment, positive feeling, family security, sense of accomplishment, pleasure, inner harmony, self-respect, salvation, self-empowerment, security, significance in life, altruism. Okay. So again, you will get the 14 values. So total 14 values are there. So these 14 values, the initial 14 values are path-oriented value. And these are the goal-oriented value. I have published research paper on this value profile of the army people. I collected the data through the value questionnaire. They have developed the value questionnaire. So if you are interested to work on this value questionnaire, definitely you can work on it. This is basically the human value, and all the values are basically universal in nature. So when you are studying the value, that means you are measuring the hierarchical structure of the values. So which value is more important to you and which value is relatively less important to you. So here you can find the female group. Another one is the male group. Is it clear to all of you? And this is the Excel sheet. I have received the variance here. It is the total variance. So this is the data I have. Okay, this is Excel data. Now my intention is to do some analysis, that is how the values are correlated with each other, whether there is any correlation or not. We have no idea. Okay. And the value is very small. Number of cases are very small. Only the 14 values. 14 cases. 14 cases, 14 values, 14 cases. 14 path-oriented value and 14 goal-oriented value. So there is a value theory. Human value theory is very interesting theory. Okay. And my student Shreya, she during that time was in Christ University, Bangalore. She came to me for some project, and I assigned her this particular project, and she presented this project in some conference, and she has received the best paper award. Okay, now my intention is to show you, that is how I can extract the data from Excel to SPSS. Because Excel has some limitation, Excel has some advantage also. SPSS has some advantage, SPSS has also some limitation. That is very natural. Everywhere you will find some of the advantage, some of the disadvantage. Okay, so now I am coming to the another one. I am sharing you same data, I just selected only the 14. Okay, without any average, standard deviation, etc. Because that will create another problem. So I am not using that one. I have selected this, only these values. This is clear to all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I am going to the file, then save as. So when it is saved as, I can click it in document. It is written value questionnaire Shreya, and there is one line that is a save as type CSV, that is comma delimited. Okay, comma delimited. That means you will get the value with comma, and this comma basically indicates your space. Is it clear to all of you? Now I am doing the same thing. Then yes, and then is it clear? Is it visible now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, please you tell me, because I cannot understand what is happening there. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I have done, I went to file. Okay. First I click file. Then I click open. Then I click data. Okay. Then there is one CSV. Visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
So I have selected this particular file. Open. Yes. I think this is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here written. This is the wizard. This wizard will help you read data from your text file and specify information about the variables. Does your text file match the predefined format? Because I have not given any particular format. The format is very clear. That is the CSV. That is, there will be some comma. Okay. And you will find sign number that contains variable names. What is the decimal symbol? Period. Okay. So I click.
Sir, again your screen has gone.
So the screen is not visible.
Yeah. I understand. I think now it is visible. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you will find that is the variable names. Then you can go to the analyze. You can use the correlate. Actually, correlation is there, but I have no idea whether the correlation I will get here or not. Is it visible? No. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we have noted the items. Okay, that is all the items, they are correlated with each other. Some items are not correlated very highly. Okay, but some items are correlated with each other. Keep in mind that the sample size is very small. It is only 14, but this is inadequate sample to interpret any particular data. And you will find there is a some variables for example, self-awakening. This is highly variable, highly correlated with .899 emotional control. Okay, so the assumption is that the items are correlated with each other. Now I am coming to the transform. This is the path total. I can take self-awakening plus so when you want to select the variable, you always think that is whether the items are correlated with it not. If they are not correlated, it is better not to use that particular variable. At this moment, I cannot tell you that is which variable correlated or not, but at least for your understanding, This is only for the training purpose. Okay. So I am making and then I write the okay. Now here you will find the variable name contains an illegal character. Why it is illegal character? Because I have written path then space total. So what is important? You have to okay. Then there will be no problem. Now I am going to the data set. So I will get one data. That is the path total. Okay, so this is the path total. Usually we will find the new variable at the last column. So you will find the last column. This is clear? All of you. Okay, so you will get the path total. So what are the variables are there? You are getting path total. So now you are, please you help me.
So exactly what is the path total? So is the correlation.
No, path total means the items which are highly correlated with each other, they are added.
So yes, sir.
Okay, they are added because they are correlated with each other. So when you want to make any total score, people are not following. I have seen in different PhD work also, but this is not true. You have to examine the item analysis, number one. Another one is the item total correlation. Because if one item is not correlated with other item, you cannot make total score. This is theoretically wrong. Okay. But most of the time you will find that many people, they are using only the total score. They are not examining the item correlation. So this is not sound. Is it clear to all of you or any question? Now I click chart builder. So I can click here. I just drag. Is it clear? So in this way, you can make the chart. Is it clear or any question? Hello?
So if we want to put something on the x-axis, so we'll take that first and then the y-axis.
Yeah. Initially, because three groups are there. Okay. We have to define the groups by using this label and value. Yesterday, I have told you. So based upon that, you can do this analysis. So this is the data visualization plot. And here you will find the many plots are there. So this is the line plot. Okay. Suppose you are taking this one. This is a line plot. But always keep in mind that x-axis should not be, in case of particularly this line plot, discrete. Okay. Discrete data not allowed. If it is a line plot. Now I am taking the box plot. Here you can find out all the plots. Initially, you have to check your data set. Data quality assessment is most important part. So I have dragged this path total here. Okay. Is it clear? Any question? This is called data visualization. you can take the any variable. Now there is another approach. I am going to again the graphs. It is written legacy dialog. I am going to the scattered dot. This is the simple scatter. I am taking only the path total. And then I am taking self-awakening. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Then I click OK. If you have any problem, please you ask me. Huh? So now you will get the scatter plot. Okay. So path total, that is in y-axis.
Axis.
Okay. And self-awakening, that is in x-axis. So if you want to make so this is the chart builder. In this chart builder, okay. Is it clear now?
Sir, could you please repeat, sir?
Okay.
I mean, sir, in the last, where we put that formula, so we put that formula there. So, sir, exactly, sir, that was little, so I did not understand that part.
Which one? This correlation?
No, no, sir, in the last box which you showed, sir, then the y is equal to mx plus c kind of a formula was there. So, so that part. So just before this.
Okay, one sec. First, I go to the graphs.
Yes, sir.
Then I am going to the legacy setting.
Yes, sir.
Then I am going to the scattered dot.
Yes, sir.
So that is simple scatter. Define. My y-axis is path total
Yes, sir.
and x-axis is self-awakening.
Yes, sir.
Then I click OK. So I get the scatter plot.
Yes, sir.
Is it clear or any question?
So this is clear, sir.
Then you click this picture again. When you click the picture, you will get the chart builder. So this is your base fit line. So that what does it mean? Is it positively correlated or negatively?
So positively correlated.
Why it is positively correlated?
Because, sir, both of them are increasing.
Correct. And this line is called the base fit line. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you assume that is the path total is the course. This course is the arithmetic. Okay. And the self-awakening is the course of the language. So you want to examine the correlation between language and arithmetic.
Yes.
So by this regression line, you can identify that is who are the individuals. They performed very good.
So the screen has frozen.
Huh?
So the screen has frozen.
Oh. So this is the model that you can follow in the selection test.
Yes.
In the classroom situation, you can identify that is which students who cannot understand the language as well as arithmetic. Okay. For example, this individual, it is far away from the base fit line. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And these individual 1, 2, 3. So you can select these 3 individuals for your particular. If you think it is a selection type of test, you can select these 3 individuals for your job, but you cannot select these 3 one. So this model is effective for the organizational behavior, human resource management. That is, how do you select the candidates? How do you select the candidates by using the SPSS data? So you have collected the data from the students or from the candidates. Okay, maybe this is your interview data, or this self-awakening your interview data, and this is your the written test data. Path total is the written test data. Assume just. So whether the interview and the written test, is there any correlation? That is important. Okay. In your post-graduation or your graduation class, you have seen that is some students, they perform better in practical, but they perform poor in theory. But some students, they perform both theory and practical. So these students are these three students. They are performing better. Okay. And some students, they are better in practical, but not theory. So these are these students. They are better in practical, but not theory. Is it clear? This student is better in theory, but not the practical. Is it clear or any question? This model is very much effective in case of the selection test, when you want to select. And again, in case of the questionnaire construction, you can select the items. Okay. You can select the items which are highly correlated with the total score. Is it clear? Or any question? When you close it, so you will get this data. Okay. So this is the regression line. Following this regression line, currently the data scientists, they are using the artificial intelligence. So they are applying the machine learning system. This basically these statistics. How is today's class? Is it okay or any question? What happened? Are you here?
Yes, sir.
So Anamika, can you brief what are the things we have discussed today?
Yes, sir. So firstly, we learned how to fill our, how to transport our data from the Excel sheet to the SPSS. For that, we went to our Excel sheet, then we went to file, then we went to save as in document, and there at save type we wrote, we took the CVS option, which is comma-delimited. This is so because our data would then be exported, I mean, would be saved with commas here. Then we went to our SPSS file, SPSS. There we went to file, then to open, and from there we went to data. And there again in the file type we wrote the CSV. And we then click to open. Then we had our text import text wizard import box, and it had 6 steps, which we clicked OK and went forward. Then the data came to our SPSS sheet. Then here from there, to our window there. Then from there we went to analyze correlation, and in the output box we could see it there. And we also transformed our data, and we took the path total. The path total means the all the highly correlated values were added together. Since the path total had some kind of space in between, so a error was seen. So for that we put an underscore there. So wherever we have to put space in SPSS, we need to put an underscore. Then after that, we after doing that, we even went to our graph. So for the graph, we went to graph. Then we went for a chart builder, and the chart builder gave us. We had in that box we could see, or in the bottom part we could see all kind of graphs which can be there. We had the variables. So and there was a space between where we had to select. Firstly, we had to select the type of graph which we wanted to make. Then we selected the variables. The X variables were selected first, and then the Y variable. It could also be done in a second way, where we went to graph, then we went to the legacy box, and then to scattered plot, and we selected the simple scatter. Here we then had from there we could, since we got that graph there, then we clicked the picture, and again the chart builder box came, and from where we could go and find our regression line. The regression line is important as it tells about how two things are correlated. So this was for today's class. So what we did.
Yes, very nicely you have covered. So Pitikana, can you update today's lecture? Pitikana, Rekha, have you written anything like Anamika, Rashi, Rupali? Achha, I have used the regression line. Can anybody tell me why I have used the regression line? Shivani?
Yes, sir.
I have shown you the regression line. But before that regression line
use করা হয়েছে এই জন্য যে কোনটা নরমাল আর কোনটা নরমালের উপরে আর কোনটা নরমালের নিচে বা সেটা দেখবার জন্য। আপনি যে একটু আগে যেটা বললেন যে প্র্যাকটিক্যালে কেউ প্র্যাকটিক্যালে ভালো, কেউ থিওরিতে ভালো, আর কিছু জন আছে যারা হচ্ছে বোথ থিওরি প্র্যাকটিক্যাল দুটোতেই ভালো। এইটা আমরা ওই রিগ্রেশন লাইন থেকে আইডেন্টিফাই করতে পারবো যে কে কোনটায় ভালো। audible, sir. I am audible.
Yes, Shivan, you are correct, but it is not the question of the normality. It is a question of the relation. Okay. Suppose in your study, you have the 10 items. And
Yes,
you
sir.
have to select only the 5 items. So how to select those 5 items? Suppose you have the 10 items or 10 measures.
Correlate করে দেখবো যেগুলো highly correlated সেগুলোকেই রাখবো।
Okay, so these things are very important. Achha. Hello, Raju, are you here? Raju Shaha not here. Anirban? Orijit Mukherjee, are you here? Achha, Anirban, please tell me. That is, I have told during the, plotting the line chart. Okay, x-axis should have the continuous data. Why? Sridevi, can you tell?
Yes, sir. Sir, I will try. X-axis mostly we represent independent variable, and y-axis we generally represent dependent variable. And sir, in x-axis we have continuous data, not discrete data, because we are considering it on a metric scale. Metric scale which involves the ratio variable or the interval ratio scale or the interval scale, which are always continuous. Sir?
Okay. Anamika, can you tell? Anamika, are you here?
Yes, sir. Sir.
In case of
when
the
we were
line
making
chart.
a graph, yes, sir, in case of the line chart, so sir, if they are not continuous, so we will not be able to plot those graphs. So that is why it should be continuous.
Yeah, so because the line, that is a continuous phenomenon. Okay. So it only when you are using the line chart, it is always better to use the continuous measurement for x-axis. But when it is not the line chart, it is the bar chart. Okay. X-axis will be the categorical. When you want to plot the histogram, x-axis will be the continuous data, the scale data. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
So now I am showing again. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So this is the histogram. Is it clear now? It is the frequency.
So this
So we cannot see your chart.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
So this is the histogram. And you will find only one individual. This individual is outlier. Okay. But other individuals, they are almost close to each other. And keep in mind that is this path total, that is a continuous data, that is a scored data. Clear?
Yes, sir.
This is the box whisker plot. Okay. And you will find that is the path total. One has received the score 10. Okay. And this individual, his row number is 4. Is 4 is visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
So this is the 4. Okay. So what we can do, we can go to the data, and here you will find 1 4 is there. Clear? Clear? 4th row is 10. Okay. So number 4 individual, so what is important, that is I have to make it new variable. Now here you can find out the management. I have written path total filter. Now I go to the path total filter. I am going to the data view. So here I am writing 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Is it clear?
Yes,
Is it
sir.
clear now? So I am filtering the data. Yesterday I have told you, select caches. Select caches means yes, path total filter. If path total filter if path total filter equal to 1. Okay, then continue, then okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Then I click graphs, legacy dialog, box plot, simple, define. Okay, so this box plot is better, right? But in earlier box plot, you will find there is outlier. But this box plot, you do not find any outlier. So this means you are able to manage your outlier. Is it
So the
clear?
graph-
Any question?
So the graph is not visible.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
So in the earlier one, this is the earlier one. You have noticed the outlier is there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But when I have removed the outlier, then I get this data. There is no outlier. So Dr. Rupali Joshi, can you tell me that is how I manage the outlier? Dr. Joshi not here. Urijit Mukherjee, Lutfur Ali, are you here? Acha, T session Choki,
Yes, sir.
please you tell me how I manage the outlier.
So first we went to the variable view, and then there we created a new variable, which we labeled as a path total filter. And then we went on to the data view, where we gave 1 and 0 code for the data, 0 being for that particular outlier, the fourth in the row. And then we have gone to the drop-down menu, in which we selected select case. And then in that we give the condition that if path total filter is equal to 1. And then we got a graph based on the legacy dialog, and where we went to the box plot, which was simple. And then when we defined it, there we got a box plot without the outlier that was visible earlier.
Yes. So Anamika, can you tell me that is how outlier affects the data?
Sir,
One second. Hello. হ্যাঁ আপনি চলে আসুন অজয় অ্যাপার্টমেন্ট ও দারুণ
Sir.
Yes, Anamika, please tell.
Yes, sir. So the outlier affects the mean of the data, and since it affects the mean, so it affects the box plot.
Correct. Not only the mean, it affects the variability. Okay. That is the individual difference. And the individual difference is the most important part in the research. So now you can find out you will find that this is the filter. Okay. This is the filter. Is it clear? Number 4th row. So
Yes, sir.
when you filter the data, then you will find that is the one line is there. Okay. This is not the regression line. This is the filter line. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And when you color this, you just check. That is after filtering the data, descriptive statistics of path value, path total, so this is the descriptive statistics, you know. Is it visible?
No, sir.
No, sir.
This is visible now.
Yes, sir.
So you will find that is the when I have controlled the outlier, right? And at that time the mean is 23.75 and the standard deviation is 2.26. Okay. When I
Yes,
control
sir.
the outlier, now I am again going to the select cases and I do not control the outlier. I considered all the data. Then I click analyze. Then click descriptive statistics and the descriptives. So now you will find that is the standard deviation is high. Okay, mean may be very close to each other, but the standard deviation very high. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So 23.75 without outlier and with outlier 22.69. It is almost 23. So with respect to the mean, there is not much difference. But with respect to the standard deviation, the difference is very high. Okay, so the standard deviation is seriously affected. Since the standard deviation is seriously affected, then in the presence of outlier, your correlation coefficient will be seriously affected. Your correlation coefficient, when seriously affected, then your interpretation will be wrong. Okay, so the data interpretation, that is very important. And for the data interpretation, you have to check whether data has any outlier or not. Is it clear to all of you or any question? Okay, I think there is no question you have. Is there anyone who has the data, some good data? He or she can show the data. If it is possible, very small data, not the original data, the full data. You can analyze your data. If you have any problem, you can ask me. Okay. So let's have the prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
স্যার একটা রিকোয়েস্ট ছিল।
বলো।
স্যার বলছি যে এই কোর্সটা যদি মানে এই কোর্সটা না মানে SPSS এর যদি অফলাইন একটা কোর্স করানো হয় খুব সুবিধা হয় স্যার।
অফলাইনে কেউ আসে না, তুমি বলছো অফলাইনে আসবে, তারপর তুমি বলবে যে না অফলাইনে পারবো না। আমি এরকম প্রচুর করেছি, অফলাইনে কেউ আসে না। আমি একটা স্কুল ভাড়া করলাম, একটা কলেজ ভাড়া করলাম, রুম ভাড়া করলাম, সবকিছু করলাম, টাকা পয়সা অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্ট করে দিলাম, তারপরেও কোনো স্টুডেন্ট এলো না। আমি কি বলবো? এরকম অনেক সময় অনেক কিছু শখ হয় মানুষের, শখের কোনো শেষ নেই, কিন্তু ওই অ্যাকচুয়ালি জিনিসটা এক্সিকিউট না করলে মুশকিল। আর কি মানে আমি পুরো একটা ফাইন্যান্স খরচ করেছি, 5000 পে করেছিলাম, জানো? একটা স্টুডেন্টও আসেনি। তখন সবাই করোনা দেখিয়ে দিল, আমি কি করব? একটা সারাদিনের প্রোগ্রাম করিয়েছিলাম, হলো না। ওরকম অনেকে অনেক কিছু বলে, ওইসব করে কিছু হয় না। এটা খুব বাজে ব্যাপার হয়েছিল, কারণ ওরাও সমস্ত অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্ট করে রেখে দিয়েছিল, ঘর টর সব অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্ট করে রেখে দিয়েছিল, সমস্ত কিছু করেছিল। তারপরে যখন কেউ আসলো না, ওরা তখন আমাকে ভুল বুঝলো। আমি এরকম ভাবে আমাদের ইনস্টিটিউট নিয়ে তো আমি কিছু গেম করতে পারবো না, এত রিস্ক নিয়ে আমি করতে পারবো না। তুমি যদি এরকম একটা ব্যবস্থা করে দাও, হ্যাঁ, কোনো কলেজের সঙ্গে কোলাবোরেশন করিয়ে দিলে, সেই কলেজ দায়িত্ব নিল তার স্টুডেন্টকে আনবার জন্য, তবে হতে পারে। না হলে আমি আমার দায়িত্বে নিয়ে করতে গেলে আমার পক্ষে অসুবিধা। কোনো ইউনিভার্সিটিকেও শিখিয়ে দিতে পারি। ওকে, ঠিক আছে, থ্যাংক ইউ এভরিবডি।
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.